In other news, as global risks rise, a senior official from the International Monetary Fund has advised South Korea to address inflation head-on. While that could involve some trade-offs, he said, South Korea will be cushioned by its strong economic fundamentals and appropriate policy responses. Our Lee Ji-yoon reports.
Despite continued downside risks from the global economy, South Korea's strong economic fundamentals will help weather the storm. That's according to the IMF's Deputy Director of the Asia and Pacific Department, Krishna Srinivasan, who held a press conference at the Bank of Korea's main building on Tuesday.
Korea has strong economic fundamentals and retains ample buffers and policy space to respond to shocks. Despite the negative terms of trade shock, current account balance is expected to be in surplus and standing at around 4% this year.
The IMF Asia head mentioned South Korea's current account surplus and net foreign assets as sources of strength. However, he warned that external factors such as aggressive U.S. monetary measures that are lifting the dollar and driving the Korean won sharply down could lead to more inflationary pressure for South Korea.
Inflation needs to be addressed head-on, so it's important to address that through monetary tightening. And if you don't address inflation head-on, you risk the risk that expectations can get unanchored and so on. So that's why it's important to address inflation head-on, but while taking into account the trade-offs we talked about.
An economic slowdown in China, as well as Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which have led to increases in commodity and energy prices, have all fueled inflationary pressures on Asian nations. Inflation
is a concern across the world, and so monetary policy has to address inflation in head-on. And in that context, I think fiscal policy has to complement monetary policy.
The Bank of Korea had delivered its second-ever 50 basis point rate hike earlier this month as the Korean currency slumped amid signs of no let-up in the Fed's battle to lower inflation. Lee Ji-yoon, Arirang News.